If you've ever walked into Games Workshop, looked at the wall of miniatures and thought, where the heck do I even start? This video's for you. I've bought 3 different armies, I've made expensive mistakes, and I'm here to walk you through exactly how I'd build a Necron army if I had to start over. Step by step, purchase by purchase, without wasting money on stuff you don't need. By the end of this video, you're going to have a clear roadmap to roughly 1,000 points started for an Awakened Dynasty Necron list. That's actually kind of fun to play. It's achievable to paint and won't break the bank. So let's get into it. So, why Necrons? Before we talk about what to buy, let me tell you why Necrons are one of the best armies for a new player. First, they're surprisingly easy to paint. Big flat metallic panels, a simple color scheme, and the way they look great with just a few colors. I went with the Sautek Dynasty, Blood Belcher base, and a bit of green, black, some bronze accents for the regular units and some gold for the characters. It's clean, consistent, and achievable at any skill level. Second, they're versatile on the table. You can run a horde of infantry, or go full big monster energy and mix it up. And their signature mechanic, the reanimation protocols, means your units keep coming back. Your opponent has to fully wipe something out or it stands back up. That's incredibly satisfying to play. Third, the Awakened Dynasty detachment is genuinely one of the best learning tools in the game. It teaches you what Necrons are supposed to feel like before you start experimenting with other playstyles. Okay, purchase number 1. And honestly, this one's a no-brainer. It's the Necron Combat Patrol box. This is your starting point. It gives you enough models to play the Combat Patrol format of games immediately. So you're getting onto the table fast, learning the rules, and figuring out how Necrons actually feel to play. Out of the box, you're getting around 445 points as of today. That's nearly half of the 1,000 points to start in a single purchase. And it gives you a foundation of the Awakened Dynasty list right off the bat. So you get a unit of 10 warriors, 3 Scorpek destroyers, a Canoptic Doomstalker, and some Scarabs to get started, as well as a Overlord to lead those warriors. Now you could start with any detachment if you wanted, technically, but it won't be efficient with just this box. So Awakened Dynasty is the smarter starting point, and here's why. It rewards you for keeping your units alive, brings back leaders through stratagems, and boosting your reanimation. That's Necrons doing what Necrons do, so we get to learn that first. Purchase number 2. I'd do the Royal Court box set, if it's available. I know it's iffy sometimes, but what makes this one so good, it doesn't just add units, it makes the units you already have better. So you're getting a Scorpek Lord to lead the Scorpek Destroyers from the Combat Patrol. That immediately gives them more utility in the Awakened Dynasty detachment. You're also getting a Reanimator, which is close to a staple right now. It doubles your reanimation protocols for any unit within 3 inches. Basically, everything near it becomes harder to kill. And you get a Plasmancer and some Crypto Thralls, which sets you up to lead Immortals when you eventually pick those up. After these 2 purchases, you're sitting around 725 points. You're almost there for a proper 1,000 point game. Now, to get to the 1,000 points, you can do it a few different ways, and we're getting close. 2 more purchases and you've got yourself a real army. The next purchase I would go for, and I did, was a box of warriors plus Orokin the Diviner. Here's the thing. Running a brick of 20 warriors led by Orokin is one of the most annoying things you can put on the table. Your opponent has to fully commit to destroying that unit in one go, or you reanimate back and just keep being a problem. It's frustrating to play against in the best possible way. Orokin also gives your warriors a 4-up invul save, making them significantly more durable as they march up the center of the board and hold that mid-table objective. After that, you're just shy of 1,000 points. So you can try and get something to round that off. Locust Destroyers, whatever, that might work. Try and find something for secondaries, but you're very close. Now, if you want to take it further and build towards the 2,000 point list, here's a few directions that you could go. First, personally, I would want a centerpiece model. Not because it's the most important thing, but because it's something that you can actually be proud of, something you can work on, something you can kind of looking at, especially if you've been interested in Necrons. For me, I grabbed the Void Dragon. As of today, he's about 330 points into an Awakened Dynasty detachment. And he's great anti-tank, which is something you're currently lacking in a big way. And he looks incredible on the table. The Satan shards in general are just really strong right now, and they look so good. So it gives you something to be proud of when you put it up. Another option is definitely, I would look into getting a Technomancer to lead 6 canoptic wraiths. These things are almost impossible to shift off of an objective. Between the Technomancer's healing and the wraith's durability, your opponent either dedicates way too many resources or ignores them and hands you free points. Third, for an Awakened Dynasty list, some Immortals. If you pick up a box or two and run them with your Plasmancer, you've got a solid shooting unit that can move up the board. Look, I bought 3 armies before I landed on Necrons. I spent money on Tyranids that didn't play how I wanted, Leagues of Otan that were a nightmare to paint, and I've learned every one of those lessons the hard way. This roadmap is what I wish someone had handed me day one. Combat Patrol first, Royal Court second, Warriors and Orican third. That's 3 or 4 purchases to get you started on an Awakened Dynasty list. And they're easy enough to paint, so the models you're not going to be embarrassed to put up on the table. If this helped you out, drop a comment below. Let me know what army you're building and where you're at in your journey. I would love to hear it. And if you're just getting into 40k, stick around. I've got a lot more content coming as we head into 11th edition. We'll see you in the next one.